Yeah.
Hey, so Tina, what brings you in today?
Well, I've just been really struggling with alcohol, and I was at a rehab and I tried to stop, and my parents really want me to kind of get my life back together because I have a son.
Okay. And what have you tried so far?
Well, like I said, I was in a rehab and I finished the program, but then I relapsed.
Okay.
And like I try to stop cold turkey, but it just doesn't, I guess, work.
Sure. And so what was working about rehab?
Well, like I was in a facility where I couldn't have alcohol, and I was like learning more stuff about myself and everything, and like the counselors were nice and everything, and so.
So you had staff support. You were able to put yourself away from the alcohol, so that helped. Okay. What else was working about that?
I like got family support too and stuff. They came and visited me and like my son and everything, and so that was nice. I like that.
Good. Okay. What did it cost you to be in rehab?
What do you mean?
Was there something that got in the way of your recovery while you were in rehab?
Well, I had a lot of urges to drink, and like being around people that also had urges to drink, we kind of like, yeah, it was nice to hear their stories, but it also made me crave it more. And yeah.
Okay. So it had some positive and negative aspects to it for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so if we were in, a perfect world where we could take away, the disease of alcoholism, and you woke up tomorrow and you no longer had any cravings to use, what would your day look like?
I would get up, I would like have coffee and breakfast with my son, and we would probably go to the park and just hang out, us two, and then like have family dinner with my family, and just not have urges at all to use, and to like look for a job and all of those things.
Okay. So a lot of different aspects there. So you've got family, looking for a job, waking up, being around your son. Sounds like those are all really important for you.
Yeah, they are, especially my son.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you value with
that? Well, I drank so much once that my dad called CPS on my son, and that broke my heart because I don't ever want him to be taken away from me. And I don't want him to grow up with an alcoholic mom, and have him see that when I grow up, or when he grows up. Mm-hmm. And so I just really value like family and like making the most time with them, and I know if I keep drinking, then like my family won't really be around me as much.
Yeah. That sounds really scary to think about, that you could lose your son.
Yeah, it is. He doesn't have his dad either, so I don't want him to lose either parent.
Right. Okay. And it sounds like you've thought a lot about what some of the consequences are of continuing to use alcohol. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, I know it's bad for me, and like I said, it takes away from my time with my family and my son, and I don't want to like be sick later on in life because of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or lose everything that I have.
Yeah. So it sounds like you also value time, and you also value your health.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, those are a lot of really positive things that you've learned from this experience of going to rehab, working a program. What other things do you think you can do to, help work through this time?
I guess like continue seeing you and like learn other skills of like being able to like accept where I'm at and just kind of moving forward with my life.
Okay. And the reality is it takes a lot of strength to even start working towards things that, could work to solve some of the problems going on. So I do want to validate that in you.
Thanks.
Absolutely. And we'll continue to work through this. We'll talk about what works, what's not working. Obviously, we want to do as much of what is working as possible, and I'm glad we've figured out some of your values so we can work from that too.
Thank you.
Thank you.